brother was watching, but now they are out of the house. Over the next 90 minutes, we see the housemates in their role as Australia's newest celebrities. We train our cameras on the newly evicted Johnny in an emotional and controversial first week out. And we follow the winner and runners-up over the past whirlwind of a week. Well, just over 3 months ago, 12 young Australians stepped through this doorway. They didn't know each other, we didn't know them. That soon changed as night after night they became a part of our lives. They almost took over our lives. The Big Brother housemates were the most visible, most talked about people in the country. But now the house lies quiet. Cameras off, microphones muted. Our beloved housemates are all gone, all evicted. Andy, it's time to go. Shana, it's time to go. Todd, Gordon, Lisa, Peter, Anita. It's time to go, Johnny. Gemma, Christine, Sarah Marie, Blair. So, what happens to the housemates when they leave this house? Well, once evicted, Big Brother still keeps an eye on them. One by one, the evictees left here and our cameras followed them right out the door and home to their friends and families. They held dreams of fame and fortune, but would they come true? One thing was certain, the lives they'd left behind had changed forever.
Let's go home!
Each of our housemates will share their personal story of their return to life in the real world.
The minute I stepped out the door, I was just so relieved to be back in the outside world. You'd think I would have been disappointed to be so close towards the end, but I was just so excited. It was wonderful.
How you doing?
It was like an out-of-body experience in that my body was walking and doing all these things, but my mind was like over there watching me do stuff.
From the minute I walked out of those doors in the house, it felt like I was leaving a different world behind. It was almost like you're stepping out of Toontown. Bye, guys! And as I was driving down to the amphitheatre, I could hear the people. I was like, this is it.
I didn't even know that the security guy was hanging onto my shirt when I left the house. I've seen the footage and he was like expecting me to run away. I was going to jump into the bushes or something, I don't know.
Oh my God! Oh wait, hello! Oh my God, this is so bad!
Oh, well, the old girl's gone now. When I actually left, the reaction was flat. I sort of sat on the thing and I went, oh, that's it. I'm out. And also because it was so bizarre getting on the little buggy. No one's talking to me. And I'm like, hello, talk to me, talk to me.
Oh my God, somebody talk, don't stand, look!
And it was really quiet and all you could hear was the hum of the buggy and it was all sort of like, oh, that's it. I'm out of the house, I can't get back in. And it was really sort of upsetting, I guess, in a way, because I thought, okay, there's my chance of the money. Not that I thought I was a big chance to win, but I suppose it is in your mind, at least while you're in there.
We're in a break. We've got about 3 minutes 25.
So relax, everyone. Take it easy, you know? It's okay.
Am I out?
It was probably a bit more shock and scared than anything, especially after 7 weeks of nothing, pretty much.
Long weekend. Yeah, big rented crowd this weekend.
Yeah, huge.
Was that just my family?
Like I heard the voices while I was in the little golf buggy, but I thought they've put up a couple of stereos or something and they've amplified the sound. So there's actually 50 people sitting out there.
I'm anticipating Gretel just tearing me apart with questions because I know what she can be like. She's got a pretty sharp tongue.
I'll look after you. You don't need to explain. Where am I going? Okay. Ready? Yeah. No, it's not your mum and dad.
When you walk into that auditorium and see all of those screaming people, that just blows your mind.
The enthusiasm of the crowds was just, it was over the top. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
That was scary. We kind of figured, there is a television show called Big Brother and a couple of hundred people might be, coaxed along to the eviction show, and you just walk out and I'm going, oh my God, how many people are here? And they're all in theme. There was Sarah Marie's and there was Todd's and there was, there was people dressed like me and, in body paint and stuff.
When I saw the guys dressed up as ballerinas, I was so flattered. I was really happy that people have been supporting me because you just weren't sure the whole time.
I cannot believe how the bunnies and the bum dance has gone off. Like, I'm in a daze about it. Like, I think, how do people really know about that?
I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic to see people. I was ecstatic to hear people. I was ecstatic at the level of noise. It was the best experience of my life.
Okay, as you can see, it's a little chaotic here. Is this what you expected?
Not at all. Look at this. Everyone's fantastic.
Did you think that you were going to be evicted? No.
I kind of wanted to see what this was all about, and I was so excited.
You've got probably, 1,500 people there screaming, this is madness, absolute chaos. It was fun though.
One of the most interesting and popular housemates is Johnny, and his eviction was charged with emotion and controversy. He allowed our cameras to record every moment of his first exciting week back in the real world. Johnny followed a path well worn by the previous evictees. Whisked backstage like a rock star, Johnny's first port of call is a psychological debriefing.
We'll see you soon. Hey! I'm well, thank you. How are you? Thanks for your wise words of wisdom during the course of the 9-week event. Yeah.
As the Big Brother resident psychologist, Carmel is on call to counsel housemates any time after eviction.
Thank you very much for sort of being there to sort of guide us through our rougher times. Yeah, it's just full on.
Seeing this psychologist, it helped not from the mental sort of a thing. It was more just filling in the gaps of what's been going on for the last 7 weeks. Because you come out of the house not knowing anything. That's where I discovered the whole Johnny Rotten scenario, Dancing Doona, all these sort of stuff that we had no idea what's been played in the media. She also did calm you down and just help you a bit to get back into normalcy.
To see Carmel straight after the show was absolutely brilliant. It was like a soft place to fall.
We all know that there's a difference between the show and coming off, but it is, you kind of need to be weaned off it.
I think you have got great things ahead of you.
Even with family and friends around, our evictees are always drawn to the live feed from the Big Brother house.
Gemma, Gemma, Gemma. I've saved you till the very end. I can't begin to tell you what a support network you were for me. And I just think you're a great chick. You've got a lot to offer. And that's great.
I watched one episode of the show and I got homesick for the house, and then I realised that's not my house, it's a television show. which was weird. So I went, I'm not watching anymore.
After a round of post-eviction press interviews, Johnny escapes for a drink with the Big Brother crew and a catch-up session with friends, which continues well into the night. Johnny seems to have forgotten that his first appointment with the media will be very early the next day.
All good. Cheers. First real drink out of the Big Brother house 9 weeks later. Good feeling.
After the break, Johnny confronts a media onslaught.
I wouldn't have a rotten bone in my whole body.
Johnny. No, I'm upstairs because we're trying to wake Johnny up and we can't get him out of bed. He's not even answering the door. So we're just going to work on that for another 5 minutes or so. I'm getting his friend out of bed to try and help us. You work on productions as well, too. What do?
Here he comes.
After only 2 hours sleep, Johnny has to mount the media bandwagon with 6 radio interviews for the Triple M network.
Yeah, this morning doing Triple M, we do Denton first in Sydney, then we do the guys in Melbourne, and then Adelaide, Brisbane, Perth. So basically we hit every state. Breakfast radio, which is obviously the highest rating time.
I've got to greet Australia, but I can hardly greet myself good morning.
Johnny relishes the opportunity to respond to a few negative assumptions about him that were created by some of the media.
Now, Johnny, they're calling you all sorts of names around the country, my friend. Johnny the Rat and the Backstabber. What do you think of those comments? Do you think they are true or false?
Completely false, completely unfounded, I have to say. I wouldn't have a rotten bone in my whole body, so I don't know where that comes from. One of the interesting things I found with the radio interviews was they tended to be repetitive. You sort of do one interview for Triple M, you do another one for Today FM, and it's basically the same questions over and over and over again.
Lisa, you know how they were saying to you that you were a fence sitter and all that? I think that's pretty cool.
Cool being a fence sitter, yeah, you know, what can I say? I'm not surprised that we were typecast. I'm relieved that my typecasting was fairly beige, very benign, sort of, you know, fence sitter. Hello. You know, something that I can so easily refute.
Thanks for waiting, guys. Thanks for waiting.
The Big Brother production is also a theme park attraction at Dreamworld. Johnny's promotional responsibilities offer him his first chance to meet and greet the viewers.
Okay. This is bizarre. All these people who know me, but I don't know them overnight, just like that. How you doing, guys? You been watching the show? Yeah. All right, who reckon's going to win? Blair. Blair? Sarah Marie? Blair. Sarah Marie. Yay.
Do you know?
The Dreamworld thing was unbelievable. The little girls, they're fantastic. It's sort of, I feel almost like a big sister to them. The kids are beautiful. They're my favourite part of this whole thing.
I turn up to Dreamworld and there's just a massive long queue of people wanting to get my autograph. Signing all those autographs was wonderful because when you're in the house, you don't think anyone's been watching. You don't know how successful it is. I thought I would come out and people would say, well, thanks, Christina, that was nice. You go home now. It's amazing. I can't conceive why.
Can't please have a kiss?
They're truly interested. They want to come up and talk to you or want your autograph or get a photo because they're truly interested in the show and they like the show.
Everyone's been brilliant. No one has said anything nasty or anything. Everyone's just treating me as though I'm their mate over the past 5
Always offers to show the evictees the extensive collection of relevant press articles. Johnny chooses to take a look but doesn't like what he sees. The backstabbing, two-faced Johnny Rotten tag does not go down well.
Oh, man. Apparently, the article that we read was written before she met you. There's another article that she wrote overnight, which was in the Sydney Telegraph. Who knows what that says?
When was that this morning? I think I might have seen it. The story I read this morning, I didn't really like it. So is this heading in that same direction or are we heading in a different direction?
What didn't you like about it?
I was a bit of a Johnny Rotten. I felt that element was still there.
It's a wrap-up of your time in the house, with the last night being the culmination of your evicted. So everything has to be in there.
Right, so if everything has to be in there, then also why can't there be more of a positive spin on it as well? And I personally think that I have enough of an issue with walking down the street, let alone with with some homophobic issues, yet alone Johnny Rotten issues on top of that. So I just want to make sure that I'm not adding extra burdens on my shoulders.
We want to make you a star, Johnny.
Cool. A good star.
Let's see what's in here.
But Johnny is not on his own. Many of the housemates took issue with how some of the media portrayed them.
Exposed.
Go, Andy.
I did not say he was going to be out tonight. I said Todd was be out. I've just had a few miscomprehensions of things that I might have said and stuff, and people kind of misquote me a little bit.
It had my father's name in an article, and they asked him if someone came up to him on the street and said, "Is Christina your daughter?" He would say, "No, she's no relation." And that to me, because I hadn't even been able to speak to him because that whole night was so crazy, and I read that article, someone threw me and said, "Here's what they've been saying about you." And I was just devastated.
Boot her off the show. Several times during the week, Pastor Elisa ran to her bedroom to cry about events in the house. Once.
I was actually appalled with it, and I thought it was very, very tasteless because it's not true. The photos were true. I was there, I did it. The questions she asked me were true, but the answers aren't what I said.
2 million viewers last night. 2.6.
In the midst of his busy schedule, Johnny tries for some time out with a quiet stroll to the beach. But it's not as simple as it once was.
Can I get a picture with you? Yeah, sure. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. See you later. Take care.
I'm walking down the street, people go, "Sarah Marie," and they come up and have a chat, and I'm like, I spin out a bit going, I came in there as just someone who was a few weeks off work, and now it feels like I can't even go home yet to see my family and friends because I've got so much to do here.
People hail you down and they want to chat with you, but they also want to know the gossip. They want to know stuff that they haven't seen on telly, so they can go and say to their friends, "Oh, I know this and that."
Amazing.
Do you feel special now that you're all big and special?
Yeah, I get my 1 week of fame, which is pretty overwhelming. So you come off the show and there's people dressing like you and they've got your haircut and you're going, "What's going on?" The world has changed, you know? You're not a sports person, you're not actually good at anything, but you're good at being you, and they know who that is.
Meeting people who've seen me on the show afterwards is really unusual because they do talk to me like I'm a very close family member and they know me so well, and it's just a clash of levels of intimacy in a way. They're talking to me like, "Yeah, how are you going?" and all this kind of thing, and I can, you know, I hardly even know the person's name I'm talking to.
All the autographs I've got to do, all the photos, you know, it's a lot of fun. And I was walking down the street yesterday and the owner of a restaurant came running out saying, "I want you guys to come in for dinner, for lunch, anytime you want, free food, you know, come down, bring your friends." So everyone's just really, really excited about it.
He wants his shirt done now.
I'm going to go and have a swim in the surf, which is actually something I've wanted to do for quite some time. It's a bit cooler than I was expecting, but that's okay. I'll enjoy it nonetheless.
Not so fast, Johnny. There's little time for pleasure when there's still business to be done.
The Who Weekly photo shoot was just great because it really portrayed me as not being Johnny Rotten, as actually being the caring, fun-loving guy that I really am. So it was good to see that turnaround happen in the mainstream magazine. It was a great photo as well.
Still to come, a look at the week that roared for the Big Brother top 3. But after the break, our other housemates glam it up for their glossy mags.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
The pressure continues for Johnny, with an early flight to Sydney for the NW photo shoot, which always features the latest Evicted.
I'm the reason that you came up. And can I give my love you as well?
I love you. I love you too.
It's pretty full on, but still lots of fun.
at the photo shoot. It was really weird because I actually felt shy doing the photo shoot. You thought turn around. Everyone's going, why are you being shy for? And I was saying, because there's you guys watching me. And they go, the whole of Australia's been watching you. And I probably looked like the best I've looked in 3 months with a bit of makeup on. Then when I have you guys see me walking around with the towel around me and whatever else I have on me at the time. I used to buy these magazines to look at other people, and now I've come out of Big Brother house and I'm looking at myself in newspapers. It's like, wow, can't believe it.
It would have been such an easy avenue for them to make me look like I was taking it seriously. And I was just so happy that they just kind of went, no, this is just so not time, but we're going to have some fun with it.
Yeah, rock star. Just think rock star. Yeah.
And it's good to have a laugh and sit around with my friends and point it out.
One of the endless rounds of photo shoots turned into a Big Brother family reunion for some of the evictees.
Yeah, the Who shoot was probably the first get-together with everyone who was out of the house at the time, including both the intruders, Rach and Anita. You could see who'd been out longer and who knew how to work it. I was sort of just like a startled rabbit in the headlights. Toddy and Flash knew exactly what was going on, where to stand and how to do it and what the marks on the floor all meant and all this sort of stuff. I'm still a bit shocked by the whole thing of getting hair and makeup done. And so when the hair guy comes, he goes, let me brush your hair. You go, mate, I haven't brushed my hair in about 4 years.
Here comes the sunshine, here comes the shine, la 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 la. Here comes the sunshine, here comes the shine, la 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 la
I think there's definitely a camaraderie outside the house now. When I was inside the house, I didn't necessarily think there would be with everyone. But even though, for example, even though Shana and I clashed heads a couple of times inside the house, we were so happy to see each other when we finally did. Because, I mean, there's only a handful of people in the world that have ever done this. And there's only a certain amount of people that have lived and breathed the Big Brother thing like we have.
Say again? I could very well imagine.
Once out of the Big Brother house, the housemates stay in touch with each other as much as possible. Johnny is delighted to hear from fellow housemate Peter.
All right, man. So good to hear from you. Love it. Oh, and Chrissy's doing fine as well. She's doing really well. Yeah, she might. Yeah, it's really hard to pick who's going to be there at the end, but it looks like Sarah Marie's the leading contender.
Okay, thank you. See you later.
Even though Sydney is usually home for Johnny, there's no time to even think about putting down his bags.
Hey, Johnny.
How you doing?
Passes. You have to turn the video camera off now, thanks, Dom.
Sure, no.
Change you have
I'm sorry.
This may be placed in the Unicef collection containers located at all our arrival gates. We would like to thank you.
It's actually a reasonably good article, so I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Okay, flight back to Melbourne, and some people who were missing at the eviction show and just saw what I look like. So look at the unfortunate impact I've had on society already.
You're just timetabled from 6:30 a.m. until the end of the night, and then you're just so overwhelmed by the experience you don't get to sleep, and then you start it again. And I think I flew probably 8 times that week, sort of up and down the country, which of course is, a fantastic experience, but it is so fatiguing.
You're starting to get a bit run down, you're eating on the go. But hey, I'm seeing Australia, everyone's been really nice to me, so I can't complain, that's for sure. And it'll die down soon enough. I mean, there's plenty of time to rest in the grave, so may as well have fun while it lasts.
I haven't had a day off yet, which it'll be great to be able to just stop for a second. I'll probably end up getting really ill, I think, when I stop. You're just running on adrenaline, pure adrenaline, not getting very much sleep. But it's great fun. It's brilliant fun, but it is quite tiring.
The publicity's been fantastic and so well organised, and I get to fly around and stay in nice hotels and all of that kind of thing. It's not something I'm going to complain about too much.
We're off to Rove tonight, live apparently. Rove McManus. So it's been a long day, but a good day. I don't know what I'm running on, but it's good.
I basically flew straight in from Queensland. Went home for all of half an hour. In that time, I had to wash my hair, get dressed and put my makeup on and go straight to Rove.
The The Rove McManus show in Melbourne is the first major television appearance for the housemates after their eviction. It's a chance for them to show the public what they're really made of.
It's my favourite show. And I was so excited when I found out that I was going to be there. I was like, oh my God, this is the best.
Hi, Johnny.
How you doing?
Kathy,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Absolute
you.
pleasure. We'll just grab Rove and we'll go around and
Cool.
do this cold opening.
Okay, yeah.
Here he comes.
Thank you. Hey, mate. How you doing?
Thank you for
nice
coming
Nice to meet you. My pleasure.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Very, very good.
Excellent. Oh, sorry.
Is it nice to be free, to be out?
Yes, it is. It's good to be out. Thank you. That's me.
Hey,
how you doing? How you doing?
Hi,
How you doing? Cool. That feels good. I've got to go get a facial.
Get a facial? Yeah, you'll probably feel like one after.
Johnny, you've seen the script for this bit we're doing first up?
Yep. Briefly though.
So if you get into like a 3-shot, remember the camera's there. Bro will say, Johnny, welcome to the show.
Johnny, welcome to the show. I'll give you a big hug.
Nice
Oh,
to
hey,
see
thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Look, I tell you what, make your way through to the green room. Okay. Righto.
You can just stop there.
There?
Yeah, and you're out of there.
We've got Johnny from Big Brother on the show tonight.
You watch, he'll be all lovey-dovey to our faces
Yeah.
and then stab us in the back.
Oh, why have we got him on the show? He's a double-crossing...
Here he comes, Johnny! Look, I tell you what, make your way through to the green room, have a drink. If there's anything you need, you just let me know.
No sweat.
Okay, righto.
Johnny,
Righto.
Great though.
Thank God for something. I think I'm a little bit nervous.
You'll be fine, honestly. 30 seconds left on the commercial break.
I feel like I'm leaving the house or coming into the house now. Same feeling.
Lisa from Big Brother is also here as part of the show. How you doing, Lisa?
Very good, thanks, Rose.
It's nice that we're having out Lisa here. He's probably the most talked about and infamous evictee from the house. We will ring him out now with pleasure. Here's Johnny.
Rove is renowned for always getting straight to the point.
Now, I've got to ask you, this whole Johnny Rotten thing that came up, how did you feel about that?
Well, the first thing is it's the furthest from the truth of who I am, so the first thing I did was actually laugh.
Oh, the kids love you. Hang on in. How you doing, donkey boy?
Wow. So, yeah?
You are going to jump. You are not.
definitely.
She is so anti-boring. Let's put the boring rumours to shame.
Oh my God!
How's that, Lee? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you beat me.
I won! You drowned! Sucked in! Shana, everybody!
Now that I'm doing stuff like this and, you know, just like you do the publicity stuff, the TV, the media, blah, 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 I think people are now seeing a different side to me. And if they like the side they see and go, wow, she's got potential here and here, bring it on. You know, that's what I would hope to get out of it. People go, wow, she's actually not some, you know, banged up old slubber who's got no idea.
Would you like to whip one of the boys to the front row? Up we go, come on. He's even got a T-shirt made up and everything.
Oh, baby, come on. Like this way, lean over.
Okay, think happy thoughts, okay?
Johnny is delighted to meet fellow evictee Lisa backstage after the show.
Oh my God.
See you later. Bye. See ya.
Good luck on the outside.
On the real world.
Give him out, Johnny!
Did you give him a hug? Yeah.
After the break, television appearances can be fun and the A-list is fabulous. But sometimes fame can demand a high price.
Johnny, mate, Johnny, mate, I'm glad, mate, Johnny.
Okay, stand by.
Another essential television stopover for the Big Brother evictees is with Bert Newton on Good Morning Australia.
Good morning, Australia. Welcome to the show. Look who is here, Johnny from Big Brother.
Bert's genuine interest in the housemates is an indication of his love of the Big Brother program.
You were never dull, you were never boring.
Well, thank you, Bert. That was it's a nice compliment to have, yeah.
As far as the media is concerned, I was pretty anxious about the Kate Langbrooks and the Andrew Dentons and, you know, the quick-witted people who could easily tear me apart, and especially with something like the stinky thing. There could have been so many things they could have said, but luckily everyone's been really nice. I think there's a huge misconception throughout the public on what people in the media are like. You know, everyone hates each other and it's, you know, dog eat dog. But I've not met a single person that fits into that category yet.
A lot of the times I've been interviewed or been on TV shows that I was actually a big fan of myself, and then suddenly to be appearing on them as a guest was just bizarre.
Hey, Todd. How you doing? All right, nice to meet you. Come right through.
Oh, I've been looking forward to meeting Bert for ages. I've heard so many good things about Bert Newton.
Todd from Big Brother.
He was just a really, really nice guy. He must have shook my hand 3-4 times.
You do not smell. Actually, you do, but you smell quite nicely. Obviously, that stuff is...
It's not roses, really, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is.
It's just weird for me to suddenly be on all these shows, you know. I was just such a nobody and waitressing and serving people coffee 3 months ago, and now everyone's interested in my story and my life, and suddenly I'm signing autographs everywhere, so it's very strange.
Everyone in the show thinks they're going to be hugely famous, and I was cringing every time they'd have these discussions about, oh, you know, my movie career, and I'm like, oh my God, no one's even watching this show. What are you talking about? It was really, I was embarrassed.
So you didn't realise that it had really taken Australia by storm?
Not at all.
Can I just have one little touch?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Ah, my day is made, my week is made. Gordon, great to meet you, and good luck in all that you do in the future. Great to meet you.
In the house in Big Brother, we used to talk about the panel all the time and sort of say, oh, when we get out, all we want to do is do the panel, all we want to do is do the panel.
Our next guest has spent about 49 days watching a portly girl with a G-string do this a lot. Please welcome to the panel Peter from Big Brother.
After you see us go out with Gretel, then we spend about an hour with a psych, actually.
Do you spend an hour with the psych because you've been with Gretel?
Did you suspect while you were in there that it was getting a big response on television?
We had no idea. Absolutely no. We were expecting to hear a voice come over saying it's all over, boys and girls. The bus is leaving at 4:30. Your wallets are at the front door.
And it's 8:45 and we're on our way back up to the Gold Coast, back up to Dreamworld.
Again, if you
I'm
have luggage
sleepy, I just
to
want my
collect,
Tim
you'll find it
Tam.
on carousel number 1.
It's good.
And if you're travelling further today, the television display monitors will have your new...
Johnny, maybe they need a lesson. Do you want to give them a lesson? No? All right.
Back up at Dreamworld, Johnny is asked to judge an aerobics competition at a gay pride party and find some familiar moves.
They've all been to those fast food drive-thrus.
We have permission.
Being a new celebrity means you can be on the social A-list with invitations to all the best parties.
Yeah, wonderful. Great.
On the A-list. It's exciting. It's great. I love dressing up. And I have a reason to dress up now. I can go to all these parties and all these functions and stuff, and that's fantastic.
I love you, Andy.
Yeah, there's the good sides and there's the good sides.
Comes a time, and you can kiss your life goodbye. Comes a time, when you can spread your wings and fly. Comes a time, now's the time.
I did a fashion show which was really wicked actually. Yeah, just sort of, you know, walking out and the whole crowd just goes, yeah, you know. And just sort of getting used to that. And of course, you know, you're not a catwalk model and you have no idea how to walk properly, so you just, you know, it's a great night. And of course, backstage getting changed with all these really gorgeous girls is never a bad thing.
I've been told the girls love me, I don't know why. And they never talked to me before I went into the show. And now I go to pubs and nightclubs and they all want, you know, my autograph and your phone number and stuff. I mean, It's strange how television does that sort of thing.
Well, my flatmates are just loving it, you know, because they, you know, they get the drink cards and and all the other extras that sort of come with nightclub social life. And you know, at the end of the night, I'm going home, and they're like, I'm not going anywhere, you know. And so they'll just party on to the end, and then say there's a party at my house, and just bring all these strangers back, and you know, wake me up again. And I mean, they're out of control.
I can't get my head around this celebrity thing. Like, I can't call myself a celebrity because I'm just some chick that went and lived in a house for 10 weeks and there just happened to be some video cameras there.
We got the 4 evictees from Big Brother. We got Shana, there's Toddy, Lisa.
G'day.
And put them together for Gordy. Are you back at work flying yet?
Yeah, I did a Perth 2 nights ago.
No doubt you're being recognised. Is that slowing down the meals and all that sort of stuff?
No, Perth's a long flight.
What is the strangest thing any of you have had someone walk up and say to you in the street?
I've had a few, can you sign my girlfriend's boobs?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty common, so I'm not sure it's so strange anymore.
I've had the opportunity to fondle with that concept as well.
But we're not opposed to that anyway.
It's almost a week since Johnny left the Big Brother house, and the feverish pitch of promotional and social commitments continues. Johnny is starting to discover that fame can sometimes take its toll.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to meet you.
You too.
You know those famous hugs? Hey.
It's a Hot30.com countdown. Kyle, Jackie O and Johnny, the recently evicted man from Big Brother, joins us live here in the studio. Hello, Johnny.
Hey.
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
Good,
Good.
Gordy, Kim, nice to see you.
Steve,
good night. You well? It's 19 to 8 at Triple M. Timbo and Betters with Margie for breakfast. Drizzly, Flash, Gordon. Good morning, Gordon.
How are you guys?
Good, mate. Good. What's it like to get your life back?
I haven't got it back yet. I've only just caught up with my girlfriend and had one night's partial sleep, so...
You settled down, Boaster.
For a whole week of just doing, you know, media and radio, where it's a very sort of one-directional banter of hearing your own voice, it really came to a sort of crux, and I sort of went like, oh, you know, I can't leave the coast, I just need to hang out with the production team because you guys don't care about me, and that's such a cool thing.
Now, have you found since coming out that of the show that lots of guys are hitting on you because, you know, you're Johnny from Big Brother?
I had a really, I'll make it short and sweet, I had a very bizarre experience last night, and some guy, Phil, came up to me and said, oh, even though I'm straight, mate, I just want to let you know that I thought you were really cool. And then like 10 minutes later he came back and said, here's my card, and if I was on the show I would have given it to you.
Oh!
And I was like, whoa, where's that coming from?
As I was crossing the road, this girl caught my eye, and it was a complete classic Beatles moment. It was, she came running up to me, went, oh my God, it's Johnny!
Johnny, I love you! I love you! Don't come
Thank you.
You're out on a Saturday night and there's a lot of drunks and all that kind of stuff. You have to be careful because, you know, things can get out of hand. I mean, thank God nothing's gotten out of hand, but I know with other people things can get out of hand. So you just, it's like you've got eyes at the back of your head now. You do tend to get a bit mobbed, especially if I've only managed to have 2 nights where I've been able to go out with my friends, and both nights it's just been full on. Like you can't go anywhere on your own.
It can be a bit intimidating at times because people know you so well. I think it's different from other people who are on television with actors who are playing a character, and everyone understands that that's not actually them. But for us, we're in that unique group of we were actually being ourselves. I think it's going to be quite scary for poor old Sarah Marie actually, because everyone just loves her.
Okay. So then you go from there pretty much to the airport, down to Melbourne, and then back.
Okay, that's pretty full on, that's cool. Okay, I can deal with that.
Oh, Johnny! It's Johnny! Johnny, mate! Hey, Johnny, mate, I'm glad, mate, Johnny. Thought you'd be there longer.
So did I.
I love Johnny. 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 We love you, Johnny. I love you, Johnny.
I'm still getting mobbed. I mean, it was just great. It's really lovely that everyone is being so nice and friendly, and they just come rushing up and hug me and all this, which is really lovely to get such, positive things. I've not, touch wood, had too many negatives or anything like that, but I feel bizarre for my friends. It's like I came out to sort of chat to you, and I sort of feel a bit embarrassed that, oh God, I'm getting all this attention, and they must be really sick of it by now.
These people are going to just crush you with enthusiasm, but that's only sometimes. And that's not even to say that I don't like that, because I am enjoying the enthusiasm, and I've been welcomed back to my friends, and everyone's got something positive to say. It's just sometimes it's 200 people who have all got the same thing to say at that one time.
It's all very well for your friends and family to say they understand, but they understand because they love you. The other housemates that we're in contact now, they really do understand.
Like any other night, you got your name in lights, you're a superstar.
Well, we also have these nightclub appearances that we do. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun because you get dressed up and walk on the red carpet and all that, but it's not a nightclub experience that you would normally do, because with people drunk there, and they love you. They hug you, they kiss you, they want to touch you, but it's not always that you want them touching you, kind of thing. It can get to a bit of a situation where you just feel a real invasion of personal space. I think it has changed me in the fact that I actually have become a bit more reclusive in the last couple of weeks, because you go out and it's not like you would normally go out anymore.
After the break, our Big Brother celebrities get to head home at long last.
Big welcome home for Lisa, yeah!
Beautiful. I'm going home.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, departure gate 21. We're in the Brisbane airport, and hello, back to Melbourne. Very excited. It'll be freezing, but I'll be cool. Bye.
Home. Yay. Thanks for your beautiful, encouraging text message you sent me, and I look forward to seeing you soon as well. Love you, babe. Bye. Home, at last. Well, almost. One of the greatest memories that I have at the end of that week was, putting the key in the front door of my house and walking up the stairs, and, I hadn't done that for 9 weeks. I'm almost home. And the front door, it's kind of bizarre. I'm having definitely some funny emotions about this. I became really aware of the role that people play in my life and how important they are to me, and not to take them for granted. Because out here we do. We get so caught up in things like money and having a car and having a mortgage and all that kind of stuff, and your career path. Whereas in the house, it was about us. It was just about people.
Actually, the first week when I got out, it was my birthday, and Big Brother was kind enough to give me that night off in Sydney. And there wasn't much time to prepare anything, but just all my friends and family came over, and we had a cake, and they all gave me a lot of love and everything, and it was really great.
Happy birthday to you. Hooray!
Hayam yam
really makes you appreciate what you have. It's very, very, very important not to forget that.
Bloody wonderful to have you back home.
And it was wonderful to be home.
This big thing that I've been dreaming of for 10 weeks, where I walked into my flat and I was like, yes, finally I'm here. I just didn't have time to stop and feel that emotion.
We late again?
We're late again.
Late again?
Big Brother house, you don't have to rush for anything, and all of a sudden, apparently in the outside world you do. So we have to go. It was just go. You've just got to go, and you don't actually get to stop and think. So when everything's quietened down a little bit, I think that's when it's going to actually sink in, and I'm going to, just take a deep breath and go, yes, I'm back.
This is home. I haven't called Mum and Dad to let them know I'm home, and I don't think anyone's home. Big welcome home for Lisa, yay! I think I'm gonna have to go up to my grandparents now because my...
Going home for the first time, sleeping in my own bed, going into my own room, having my CDs in my house, a CD player, being able to walk in and put on whatever you want, and just all the that you have in your room, all your clothes and trinkets and all the pictures on the walls and that sort of thing. Because obviously in the house we're just living out of a suitcase.
It was just like, oh, it's so good to be home, sleeping in my own bed. Not that it was for very long because I had to get up early to get on another plane, but I didn't mind. At least I'd seen it.
It's just nice being able to use a washing machine, have clean sheets and double bed, just be able to stretch out. Oh, it was just, you never sleep as well as you do in your own bed, I don't think. So it was just a really, really good night's sleep, definitely.
I'm driving. That'll do. Oh, there's my little banana. Hi, I'm driving over to my parents' place at the moment. As I said, this is probably completely illegal to have my little camcorder. Oh, I have to turn my head, it's on an angle. Oh, it's falling. I'm just going over to my parents' place, and I'm going to take footage of when I arrive because my dogs go crazy. Well, my dogs, our dogs. 3 little poodles, and they're so cute. Hello, puppy dogs! Hello, my little puppies! Hello, little puppies! Look, they get so excited. I'm lying in bed still, waking up, disoriented, thinking, oh my God, I'm in bed nude. How did I get in bed nude? The cameras must have seen me. And, it takes me a few seconds to go, oh, hang on, you're in your own house. And that is a real spin out.
If you thought that life back in the real world was crazy for our housemates, just wait until you see what they've been up to over the past week. Last Monday night, a young man's life changed forever. The winner of Big Brother is Ben. There's no doubt he was a very popular winner.
Benny kept that house together, I believe. And I think he's just a genuinely all-round nice guy.
Benny won because he's probably one of the most generous people I've ever met. He's just such a genuine, funny person. He's a classic Aussie character. So one of those people give you the shirt off his back, without a doubt, and give you his last penny out of his pocket. So he's a deserved winner.
And when those big doors swung open, it marked the beginning of an incredible week.
Gretel, how are you?
Congratulations.
Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants small things.
As soon as Monday night's telecast was over, the housemates, along with 500 of their closest friends, partied all night, led by Sarah Marie and the 2 lads.
Everybody wants a name on the guest list. Everybody wants to get in free. 'Cause everybody's locked in too much shot to ever think about what they don't want you to know.
Female Breakfast Show, we're live from the Big Brother house at Dreamworld. We have the...
And with zip sleep and a growing hangover, the boys were thrust onto the airways with a series of radio interviews across the country.
It still hasn't fully sunk in. Yeah, it was strange last night.
Before Ben left the Big Brother studios, there was one bit of footage from the show he just had to see. The famous chicken dream scene.
What? The last chicken.
The last chicken what?
Oh my God.
That's what you're talking about.
Who magazine managed to grab our star for just 10 minutes or so for a couple of shots and an interview before he joined the rest of the team to head south. No more crowded terminals for this famous 14. It's rock star treatment all the way, with the bus driving right onto the tarmac.
I don't know whether to feel rock and roll or Brady Bunch.
Great, thanks. Love your work, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take it easy. See you, mate.
Everywhere we go, you are there. Bye-bye.
Next stop, Melbourne, and a dash to the studios for an appearance on Rove. A spare moment is soon swallowed up by an impromptu photo session in the foyer and poster signings. While Sarah Marie sees for the first time a magazine spread focus on her. And Sarah Marie is soon introduced to another first. Somebody's written a song about her. Sarah Marie is so smitten she immediately wants to ring the band to tell them what she thinks.
Hello, listen to this. Go, turn it up, turn it up. It's me, believe me. I've got Gordon and Todd to prove it.
Hey man, how's it going? It's Flash. How are you, mate? That's awesome, man. Good form. Yeah. I just first to back to Sarah Marie. Yeah.
Hey, look, Todd's even gonna. Oh, he hung up.
He just hung up.
Why?
He just probably still doesn't believe us.
Did he believe you are?
I don't think so.
Peer pressure, what are you going to do? Now, I want to get straight into you, Sarah Marie.
On air, live across Australia, and another chance to make contact with the composer of that song.
Well, you handed me this CD that
Yes.
some band has written about you.
No, they've named a band, they've called their band Hercules, and I got it from Channel 10 Studio tonight, and it says, Sarah Marie, we love you, like they sing this song about me. And so they left their number on the CD, so I rang it while I said, listen to this, I've got, and they said, sure, and they keep hanging up on me, so I just want to prove to them that it was me ringing you.
Sarah Marie, you're a rock star. You're my love and my best friend too.
Next gig for the Big Three is a full-on photo shoot for NW magazine. The theme of the shoot is simple: to magnify the image we already have of them. A Playgirl bunny, a rugby bloke, and Blair, well, let's just take all his clothes off, wrap him in just a towel, and drop baby oil on him.
Love how you move, you're a cool bum dancer.
This is so not real.
And during the shoot, a dream come true for sports mad Ben. George Smith and David Lyons from the Wallabies drop by to give Ben videotapes of their latest game so he can catch up.
Smooth back, thank you.
Then it's another rock star style arrival, especially for our top three, at the housemates' next official function. It's actually two functions in one. First up, an intimate gathering of just 100 people for an up-close and personal encounter. The punters at this function paid $100 each to party with all 14 housemates.
Am I even in here? Because you're a intruder. No, mate, I don't count.
You're better than any of them.
Thank you.
And a highlight for Sarah Marie was that she finally got to meet those disbelieving musicians.
I'm going. That's Henry's Blackberry.
And then it was downstairs for a huge event, the Triple M Big Brother reunion party. This would probably be one of the last times all 14 housemates would be together. And the audience, along with Timbo, Bettis and Margie from Melbourne's Triple M, fired questions at the group.
How many proposals have you had, Ben? How many have you had?
Oh, that was the first.
Oh, wow.
But the really heavy questions came the next day during a Beauty and the Beast Big Brother special.
It's the lovely Anita! Shana! Andy! Gemma! Yes! Oh! Give a big round of applause. Christina! Sarah Marie!
Stan Zemanek and Jeannie Little weren't at all shy about putting some curly questions to the housemates.
Was there any of the boys that you fancied? Or fancied a lot of them?
Oh, yeah, I fancied Johnny.
Johnny.
I must admit.
You fancied Johnny? Johnny, I just want to know, would you have jumped the fence if she would have put the hard word on you?
Oh, Anita. No, I would definitely not have jumped the fence. I like my men.
You like it, man? Yeah. Sarah Marie, you don't really care about what people think about you, do they?
I was just being the person I am and do what I want and be proud of it. And along the way, I know I'm a kind person, so it shouldn't really bother people that much.
Christina, you seem really good at denying. Are you at all related to Bill Clinton?
Answer the question.
No, I'm not related to Bill Clinton.
Because there's a lot of people that thought that maybe you were about to come out of the closet. Would you like to sort of say something to the whole of Australia, like, I'm coming out of the closet now?
Stan, if you're there, I'm coming right out for you.
So there was no mirror there where you could see yourself doing a bit of a bum dance?
I'm always looking at my bum.
Yeah, I can't understand why.
You like it.
Well, I'd love to.
All of Australia likes it, so I don't care what you think.
The hit of the night, however, was that now famous dance. It just wins the night every time. One of the highlights of the week for Ben was a return to his local, the Epping Hotel, and there's no doubt he returned a hero. He brought Blair along as well, and he just about stole the show. It seems everyone wants a piece of the two most eligible young bachelors in Australia. After the break, how would they like us to remember them? And what plans do they have for the future?
Essa casa, tem que lembrar quem...
In the beginning, they were strange names and faces. Today, they're our friends. Andy, Anita, Ben, Blair, Christina, Gordon, Gemma, Johnny, Lisa, Peter, Rachel, Shana, Sarah Marie and Todd. They've shared some of the small, intimate moments of their lives. They've brought us to tears and laughter. And I think we all learnt from them and learnt about ourselves. So how would they like us to remember them? And what plans do they have for the future?
I'm hoping very much that I won't have to go back to the life I had before, the part-time waitressing and going to auditions and struggling. I'm hoping the exposure will make all that a little bit easier now.
If the wave's going to keep going on and keep riding it, if it drops out, I've got something to fall back on. I'm not setting my sights on, being the next Rove or the next Bert Newton or anything. But if it happens, it happens. And this is the time it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen now, it's never going to happen. So go with it.
I love flying and I do that, but everything I've done so far in media appearances, a lot of people have come up to me and said, oh, look, you've got to start doing this and you've got to get in. And half of me saying, OK, let's run with it. And then the other half of me is going, don't be stupid. You're out of the house now. Everyone's forgotten about you. Are you really believing all these people are saying to you? So I don't know what to do. I'm in these two minds of, should I capitalise while, a few people know who I am still, or am I just believing the garbage? And I'm trying to ask everyone's opinion about it because I'm really confused. I really don't know what to do.
Yeah, there is this perception that's like, oh man, you can just go on to do whatever. And it's like, the interesting thing is I'm an architect and, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to sing. I'm no good at sport.
I would still really like to work on my comedy and keep on dancing. I've still got a few years of dancing left in me.
Well, being a ballerina is a bit like doing the 40-hour famine at the gay Mardi Gras with broken VB bottles in your shoes.
I definitely have a lot of material for my comedy routines now, so they'll be going into it a lot. I think I've said on a few interviews I'd be a heckler's dream come true at the moment, so I might need to wait for things to die down and then get back into it, let people forget a few things before I get on stage again.
Actually.
Maybe Big Brother opens the doors into something that I've always been interested in, had a hobby with, which is acting or doing TV and film work. So hopefully you'll see me in a feature film, some TV personality type stuff.
Okay, cut it there. Try one more.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do...
But again, you know, if that happens, that's a bonus. If it doesn't, well, I'll just go back to doing what I was doing, and that's sweet as well.
There's been an opportunity for me to be on the show in a Brazilian television station, which is the main television station global. And I basically grew up watching that show, and it's absolutely the most watched show in Brazil. It's called Fantástico, which means fantastic.
Esta casa, tem que lembrar que é em Queensland.
And it's just such an amazing possibility and an opportunity for me to be there, and a lot of my friends in Brazil will be able to see what I'm doing here, and my family and everybody else.
In 5 years, I think I'll be that guy sitting in the public parks, not unlike these ones, with a flashing light on my hat and a massive big I was in Big Brother t-shirt, trying to drag. You know, I'll be in every Where Are They Now magazine. No, maybe not quite that bad. I've always pursued the band. Right now isn't any different. My goals have not changed since before Big Brother. It's just that now more people know.
I think I'm a future, but not in the way of what I have to be somewhere in 5 years, because it all takes time and everything happens for a reason. So in 5 years' time, I guess it'll just be Sarah Marie still pondering around what to do, but finding something fun to do.
I've just signed quite a huge contract with Hey Sister Bendon lingerie, and the only other celebrity that they use to endorse their product is Elle Macpherson. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. As far as lip gloss goes, you'll just have to wait and see with that one.
When my mum was 18, she had her own television show in the southwest in Bunbury, and I think it was called Country Kids. I've got all the cutouts at home, and she had all it's sort of probably what I'd want to do. So one day, not straight away, she had all the kids on the telly show and just making things with them and singing songs.
I would love to do a lifestyle or travel show or host a cartoon program, but if that doesn't work out, I've got 2 degrees behind me. I can always, get a job. Who knows? I'm thinking the sky's the limit at the moment.
I mean, just because our head's on television doesn't mean we're loaded, that's for sure. I'm still driving around in the 87 Mitsubishi Colt. haven't jumped into a new car or anything like that. So, no, it's not all riches, that's for sure. But, I mean, it is an opportunity to maybe make some if you're smart about it. My phone's disconnected. I have no food in my fridge, it's empty. There's no fuel in my car. So right now we're starting the Todathon. $50 donations are being accepted right now. Call the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800 Todd's broke.
I've had people come up to me in pubs and go, oh, you can buy me a beer. I'm thinking, I didn't win the money. I've got no money out of this, But they assume because you're famous, you must have money. I've got nothing out of this.
The biggest benefit about having any kind of public profile, I think, is being able to, maybe make that small difference that we all hope that we're here for.
90.9 CFM, it is the Morning Crew with Paul and Suki, and we're turning the tide on youth suicide and supporting Here for Life. And we've got our special guest in the studio. It is Todd from Big Brother.
How are you, Todd?
I'm good, thanks. Good to be here.
Excellent. Now, this is a cause that you obviously feel quite passionate about.
Yes. I know what it's like to be a kid and be depressed. Luckily, I sort of had enough vision, enough belief in myself to be able to push forward, but I can easily see through depression, through family problems, breakups, that, it's hard to see an out.
I think it's a fantastic opportunity for me in a lot of ways. I've been invited along to a lot of charity organisation events and have dinners. Make-A-Wish Foundation's taking me to a Crown Casino event where I'm going to just hang out with the family for the whole night, and obviously, some kid who's obviously watched this television and thinks that Big Brother's kind of cool is going to spend the day with me. And if I can, cheer up someone's life because I went on a television show for 5 weeks, like how amazing that is for my personal experience of making a difference.
I'm doing the Big Brother Big Sister charity this evening. which is a whole lot of high school kids, and they're raffling off Big Brother CDs and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to do a question and answer thing. Me and Gordon are doing it together. And I think out of everything, if we're getting positive stuff out of this, even though we didn't win the money and can give it to a charity, this is just as much rewarding.
We all won. The money thing doesn't even cross my mind. When I walked out that door, I wasn't thinking, oh no, just one more day. I was thinking, I've made it to the end. I've got family and friends out there who support me, and I've experienced an opportunity, like once in a lifetime opportunity that very few people will ever get to experience. So I can't ask for more than that.
The doors may be closed on the Big Brother house for now, but our fabulous evictees will live on forever in our hearts.
This program brought to you from Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.